Hey guys, how are you? I just wanted to talk about V2K. Uh, First of all, your perps will talk to you in a normal voice, like in my case, or with Chatterbox, and they will direct those voices at the TV or running water and things like that, and then they'll start putting them in your head, in your mouth, while forcing mouth movements, etc. Then their next step is they're going to direct conversation you, and there will be two perps, at least two perps there, if not more. The one perp's going to direct the conversation, the other one's going to put the thoughts and the words in your mouth. And, at first you're going to think that they're your thoughts. But over a long period of time of doing this, I've realized that most of these thoughts haven't even been mine. It starts out, being a normal voice, like I was having a conversation with anybody talking to me. Then what they're doing is they're slowly decreasing the sound on their voice and making you think it's a thought. And they can decrease this frequency and this sound so low that it becomes what's called silent sound. And put it in your head, or I don't know, could be really anywhere, And so what I've realized is, like, they love to do it to me when I'm eating. I mean, they do it to me all day, but they'll really go hard on me when it's like when I'm eating, when I'm taking a bath, things like that. And so I've finally realized that 98% of this V2K conversation has been them talking to each other, but making me think that these were my thoughts talking to them, when it was really them acting like me talking to each other. So don't let them fool you into thinking that you're actually having thoughts. When probably the majority of it is that they've studied you for years and years and years and how you think and know how you act and know the words you would use and are acting like they're you and trying to convince you that these thoughts are yours. Now, I'm not too sure that they can actually force thoughts out of you. I've heard that, your brain has a frequency and all that, but, in my mind, that just doesn't make any sense. Your thoughts have to have sound to be able to pick up. Well, your brain isn't the one that produces the sound. That's what your throat does. Your throat and your mouth and your teeth are the ones that produce the sound. So it's not your brain. So that leads me to believe either they're using ultrasound in your throat and in your mouth. See, what mine like to do is they'll force direct conversation me, and then they'll put the dew in my throat and my mouth. This is after I realized that it could be ultrasound, right? And then it's like based on the vowels coming out of my throat, A-E-I-O-U, they'll move my mouth and my throat in different positions and like try to force the thought out of me. But I'm really starting to realize that 98% of what they say, at least, is them talking to each other with one of them pretending to be my thoughts. So, be very skeptical of whether or not they can actually read your thoughts. It could be a psyop. I'm not saying it is, because I still haven't quite figured this out, though I have figured out that most of the so-called perceived thoughts I thought I've been having was actually them. I'm not saying that they can't read our thoughts. I'm just saying they have studied us for a very, very long time and they know how we think. So be very careful and don't buy into, what they're telling you. I think if they can read thoughts, it's coming from some type of ultrasound in your throat, specifically your vocal box, and, the position of your tongue on your teeth and in your mouth. Something to that effect. Thanks. And have a nice day, you guys. I love each and every one of you. God bless.